So welcome everyone. My name is Edna White, and I'm so glad you are here to get off your butt and make some money. So I'm going to go through exactly what we're going to be doing today. And I want to welcome everyone to please try to use the chat. Turn off your mics if you would, and put your chat, whatever you want to ask me in the chat. But before we get started, I am going to give you the overview of what we're going to be doing. This is actually being streamed live to our YouTube, so make sure that you have your pen and your paper available. All right, so let's see. So what we're going to go through today is the first day. Now, the first day is going to consist of maybe 7 slides that we're going to be going through. And we're going to be talking about your mindset, how to change that, what the definition is of money mindset, what scarcity mindset means, and we're going to discuss why we feel this way and how we can change it. So when we're working as an entrepreneur, we forget sometimes that we have to have a mindset of making money, because we may have worked for someone for a very long time, but we need to have a mindset that we have to make money. We just don't work for money. We have to make money. So we're going to go through these tiles, and then I'm going to give you time to ask questions. So in between the tiles, although we're going to ask questions and keep you involved in the conversation, because you need to know and you need to get it that your mindset has a lot to do with what you're going to be doing in your business. So when you're not making money and you're stuck in a position is telling you there's something that I'm doing or I'm believing that's getting me stuck and not switching me into place. Okay, so I will share my screen with you guys. Hold on a second. There's my screen thing. Righty, let's see. Give me 1 minute. Oh, here we go. Alrighty. And I think I'm going to do a window. All righty. So again, welcome. If you can see this, welcome to Get Off Your Butt and Make Some Money. All right. So as I said, this is day 1, mindset change. And we're going to really focus in on how to figure out what you do best to help your ideal client. All of what we do is ideally focusing down on what we do. And we may have a mindset that we could help everybody. We can't help everybody. We can help some of everybody, because everybody does not have the same needs or pain points. So where does that pain consist of, and where you are as you open your business, as you start your business, as you work on your business, as you're in transition in your business, whatever it is, what is it that you are not doing or you should be doing that would attract your ideal client? So let's go through this. Okay, let's go through your mindset right now. So your money mindset is a collection of beliefs about money, your perceptions about money, and your attitudes about money. So on a piece of paper, write down for yourself, what is it that I believe about money? What is my whole belief system around money, and why I am in this position or not taking money seriously. Okay? Because that's really what it is money has to do with everything. So we need to get that in our heads. Money has to do with everything. No matter what we do, if we want to do something in a nonprofit way, right? If we want to do something for a community of people and we want them to succeed, let's just say one great thing. Let's say you have a baseball team and you love baseball, right? So what you and you want to offer this to the schools, right? You know you need money. Even though you may not want to get paid, which you should, you need money. So how do you get money to help them? How do you provide, baseball bats, all this kind of stuff that they need? What is it that they need? You need sponsors. So what does that entail? Knowing how to talk to the sponsors, being able to view the full picture so you can relay the information so that you can get the sponsors. If your mindset is not there, that all these sponsors, they make too much money and they should be giving it to me, and I don't understand why I have to make myself, explain to them what I'm trying to do. They should be willing to do it. No, it's business. And business is everything has a why. So even with your money mindset, why do I want this money? Why do I want to make $100 an hour? What's going to be different for me at $100 an hour? What's going to be different? How am I going to quantify this in my mind if I have a belief system that money is the root of all evil? And most of the time, we believe that. Most of the time, we believe something negative about money that stops it from flowing into our lives. Because money is nothing but a vehicle. It's like a car. It gets you from point A to point Z. So it has to have some value in your mindset. So one of the exercises you can do is really delve into, why am I thinking the way I think? If I think this project is too hard, why am I thinking that? Why am I thinking that? Well, or if I am not moving towards something at a pace that I should be, why am I believing that I need to move this fast? Is it because I believe that if I'm not busy, I'm not doing something? Or is it, if I do too much, I won't get much? What is it that you believe in your own mindset that stops you from making the money and the attitude around it? For example, when I wanted to get a particular car, I knew what car I wanted. I wasn't taking any kind of car. So I knew what kind of car I wanted. And I searched it till I found it. And I was like, this is the one I want. So I kept my eye on it, kept my eye on it. Now, how much do I need to make this happen? Okay, so if I needed that much, okay, how can I either raise that money or create that money or get that money or believe that it's going to come from somewhere? What can I do? How can I do that? But if you don't have a feeling about it, right? You don't have a feeling about it, you won't move towards it. So you may say, oh, it's going to take a lot. Soon as you say that, that's a drop of doubt. It's going to take a lot to do that. Your words, your belief set the pace for what you're going to do. In your business, your words are important. Your belief is important around money. When I started my journey, motivational speaking, I told the person I was working with, every room I walk into, they're going to know my name. She said, that's impossible. I said, okay. But I believe that. I wouldn't have to introduce myself to anybody. I would make a reputation of integrity, honesty, and being able to do what I said I was going to do in an expert fashion and wouldn't have to announce myself. Well, that has happened because I put a belief system around it for myself. A lot of times our mindset is influenced by other people, what we've been told, what has happened to us, all emotional. But money is not emotion. Money is a vehicle. It's not an emotion. Our emotions are the things around it that makes it come to life or doesn't makes it not come to pass. So we have to get to a point that we dissipate the attitude around money. Now, one of the things I did when I wanted the car, just not wanting the car is enough. I went down, got in the car, drove it around, and I felt it, I smelt it, I looked at it, kicked the tire, all of that good stuff. I got an attachment to it. When you're dealing with your money mindset, you have to dispel the negative part of what your attitude is about it. Okay? So it's a belief system. If you can't feel it, taste it, smell it, you have no emotional attachment to it. None whatsoever. So why do you want to make $100 an hour? Or why do you want to make $300 an hour? Why do you want to work 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week? Why? Dig into why you want to do it and make it make sense for you. Make it make sense in your heart and your mind why you want to do this. Okay? That's dispelling the attitude of any belief that you have around money. Now, we hear everybody talk about the scarcity mindset and how it's, what it means or what we think it means. And the word scarcity is just what it is. It's not having not having it, And we sometimes come from a humble background, not a humble background, but a poverty or poor background. That's not even humble, but a poor or not having background, a lack, not having what you want. Your thinking around it is limited. So if you don't have it, how do you feel it? If you don't know what it is, how do you know what it is? Right? So a scarcity mindset or a lack mentality is thinking that no matter what, money is limited. So instead of envisioning $100 bill, you only envision $1. You know, it's not a limited resource. No matter what anyone says around you, it's not limited. As you can look around in the market today, they said that we're in a recession, or I think it is, and people are still spending. People are still going to the store. People are still doing the things that they normally would do, and things are still happening. So what does that mean? It means that they've agreed that, okay, this is what I'm used to, and this is how it's going to be. And they set their mind to not have being scarce about anything, right? Not not lacking anything, that they're going to turn that around. Scarcity mindset is a thinking that you won't ever be able to get ahead. Believing that you're in a category will always set you in a place of scarcity. When I got into real estate, people were telling me, "Oh, you're only going to be able to do so much because you're black and you're young and you're a woman." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I didn't believe it. I didn't have any. I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm going to do what I want to do." So I set out to prove that wrong, not to them, but to prove that I could do it, and I did. Within 2 years, I got my broker's license, and within that, I was selling houses all over the island, from Wyandanch all the way to the Southampton. Why? Because I didn't let the idea that I would never get ahead get inside of my head. Okay. So you have to make sure, because I always say to myself and my kids, you have an even playing field, just like everybody else. Okay? And everybody else, if they can make money, so can you. What's your problem? You know why? You know why it is? Because you're looking at them. You're not looking at yourself. You're too busy figuring out, hey, Joe Schmo is doing such and such, instead of paying attention to what you're doing. And it creates more scarcity. When you compare, you continue to limit your thoughts, your mindset to scarcity. You continue to lack what you need. You continue that over and over again. So you have to get out of that. Your thinking, your verbiage, all have to revolve around what there's no limits of. So if you're saying the words I'm broke, I don't have, it's hard. Well, guess what? No one's doing that to you. You're doing it to yourself. You're setting yourself up for drastic failure, and you're continue to create craters in your mind of scarcity and lack. So when there is an opportunity, you won't know what it looks like, because you're comparing or you're questioning, or instead of taking it on and say, hey, let's try this, let's do it. And even if it doesn't work out, you've learned something from it, but you don't know how to make a decision. Scarcity makes you, back and forth, all over the place. It limits you because you're not focused. You're concerned about the back feed that your mind is telling you, oh, I'm broke. This is going to be very hard. It's going to be difficult. This is going to be, I got to do more than the other person does. Again, we're looking at someone else and we're comparing ourselves. Think of the scarcity mindset like this. When there's a relay race or a race of any kind, when they're running, they don't look to the left nor to the right. They don't care what's going on around them. They're focused on getting in their lane, staying in their lane, and running as fast as they possibly can. That's what a mindset of a money mindset is staying in your lane and looking at what you can do and how you can do it, not looking at anything else. A lot of times when we're in the scarcity mindset, we're constantly looking and researching and trying to develop what's already developed in us. We're just not moving it along. We're not using what we have and focusing on where we should be going. So we're backing up in a way. We're backpedaling because, oh, let me stop over here. Let me watch this video and learn something over here. When you have all the abilities you need, but because you don't think you have enough information, because you don't think you have enough knowledge, because you don't think you're enough, you continue thinking that, and then you start reaching and grabbing to other sides. In your business, in your own business, if you have a product or a service, your focus should be on that, on how to get this out to the audience that you choose, right? Whoever you're working with, or whoever you desire to work with, you got to focus on them. That's how it goes. No matter what you're doing, you're focusing on them. You're focusing on what your audience wants. But if you lack something and you're scarce in something, if you don't believe in yourself, what makes you think your audience or the people that want your product or service are going to receive? What are they going to receive? Probably nothing. If you're not firm, if you're not direct, if you're not certain of what you're doing, what makes you think that the audience will want your product You have to dispel or get rid of or start to break up the scarcity mindset thinking that you already have. So in another section of your paper, you're going to write down, right? What are the things you say? What are some things that you say to yourself all the time? I'm broke. I don't have money. I don't see where it's coming from. I'm stressed because I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm. What do you say that makes the universe or makes God say, hey, if they don't know and I'm willing to give it to them, and they're putting their hand out, then they pulling it back. What more does God have to smack you with it? Probably not. He's not gonna. He never forces himself. The universe never forces themselves on. They wait until you figure it out. Say, hey, yeah, I want that. That's what I want. I don't want to be broke. I'm not broke. I may not have the money I want for now, but there may be a reason why. There may be a reason, but I got to figure it out. Sometimes when you're at a standstill, at a pause, and it's not even a standstill, it's at a pause, there's the time that you have to get yourself together and clear your mind, to get that mindset together, to have a profitable and abundant mindset. Okay, so we're going to take some examples and we're going to go through this together, right? So we're going to take a decision, right? And then we're going to see how we're going to figure it out. So here's an example. A sales cycle stock up decision, okay? You're in sales. So the abundant mindset person would say, purchase 2 to 4 items at stock price, right? But the scarcity mindset will buy only what's needed, leading to a higher cost later. So if you were assigned, right, to buy stock in your company, right? Let's just say you need to buy, I don't know, 18 sweaters, right? And the price is, let's say it's $1,000, right? Abundant mindset, well, that's worth it because I get 18 sweaters and then I get free shipping, and then I'll have some, I only need 5, but I'll have some others at a great price I can sell later, right? But a scarcity mindset will say, oh, I only need 10, but then they have to pay for the shipping, right? Then when someone may say, oh, I brought my friend in to buy a sweater, do you have any? And you don't have it, you have to now wasted time. I'll get it for them. And then you have to get the sweater for them. And then you got another cost there. So these decisions that you have lead to decisions that make costs for your company or your business or your book or whatever you're doing. It leads to more costs down the road. Okay, so let's take the example of the phone plan decision. The abundant mindset would say, save for the new smartphone and avoid costly long-term plans, right? That's me. If I see a phone that I like I love the Pixels, and I know there's a new one out right now, so I'm like saving for that, right? I gotta save for that. Okay, so I put it out there. That's the next phone I want. All right, I put it out there, leave it alone. Then I make plans to kind of save for it, put things aside, and I'll be able to pay for it. But the scarcity mindset, they opt for a immediate, affordable plan that costs them down the road. And they end up paying on a contract that costs more than what the phone is. That's scarcity. I gotta have this phone. Now, granted, I mean, I need it, but I want it. It's 2 different things. But you act like you need it and you opt to get something that's going to cost you way more, not weighing. See, you don't weigh what it really costs you in the long run. Last and final example, then we're gonna come back to you guys and then ask you questions. Um, Social Security decision. The abundant mindset says delay Social Security for a higher monthly payment, right? But a scarcity mind says, hey, take Social Security now. You know, you know, because I need to pay this bill and that bill. Now, if you waited 2 more years, you get 1,200. If you take it now, you get 500. See the big result? So two versus now, it's the now satisfaction, the scarcity mindset. Even though you may have bills, listen, bills are going to be here. I know that for sure. I have them too. So they're going to be here. If you stress yourself out so much that you get yourself in a tizzy, and you don't have what you need, right? Or what's necessary, not need, but what's necessary, because you made like a big mistake by saying, hey, I did it out of impetuousness and in my scarcity mindset. So I'm going to come back to you guys right now, and if you have any questions or you have something to say about what I said, you're more than welcome to either put it in chat or, ask me. Take your mic off and ask me. If you understand everything that I'm just talking about, please let me know. So the floor is yours for 2 minutes. I guess no one has questions. This is great. No questions from anybody? That is wonderful. Let me check the chat. Okay, all right. No one has questions. So that's good. All right. So now that you know what kind of prohibits you from doing what you need to do in life, right? We're going to go to the next few things. Oh, I think I see a message. Hold on. What's the message say? Oh, Cass says she got it. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So let me ask you guys something. Do you believe that the reason why your business isn't moving where it needs to go is because of you, or because of an outside force, or something that has to do with something happening on the outside?
Because of me.
Okay.
Definitely.
Because of you, why? Because of you, why?
That scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
That's me all the way.
It was me too. I'm telling you, it was definitely me. It was definitely me. I know it was. And I'm like, I would always say to myself, I'm broke. I don't have this. And that was my favorite word. I don't. And we were brought to this world to have. And we could have, and think about this, as, we allow ourselves to get into that state. We allow other people to put us there when we have the power to say what we want, to say what we want. And we let other people's ideals, their thoughts, their decisions impact us, because we don't step into our power. And so, and I saw you, Cass, you said me. So yes, but because we don't step into our power. And today I was talking to somebody, and I said to them, I have this jacket that makes me feel like I'm Superman, right? Like when I put it on, ooh, I feel like I'm popping. Like I'm like, ooh, this jacket just makes me feel so sexy and in my power. It feels like I have a Superman jacket on. And when I walk, it moves in the air, and I'm like, ooh, it just makes me look so great no matter what I'm wearing. And that's the way you have to be in your own power. You have a power that I can't express to you how it's you. You just have everyone has their own power. And if you step into your power and say, yeah, you know what? I'm reclaiming my power. I'm gonna stand in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be solidly in it, and I'm not gonna look around at anybody. I'm gonna be as sexy as I want to be. I'm gonna be who I am. If I make a mistake, if I talk wrong, if I say the wrong word, oh, child, please, I don't care. It's me. I've always had issues with. I was diagnosed with dyslexia when I was younger. And I didn't know what it was. They had my eye taped up and they thought I was cross-sided at one time. They had these glasses on me. They didn't know what was wrong with me because I was reading words backwards, right? Well, I thought it was a superpower. When I was a kid, I was like, Mom, don't you know that's cool? I could read a word backwards. I never thought about that. I was like, that's cool. Now I can read a whole paragraph backwards and know what it says. The way you think is the way that if you say, oh, I'm not going to be able to do anything, I'm not going to do anything. I used to read backwards every time, but I could read a sentence that's backwards and know what it means and be able to say it to someone, oh, I know what that means, and I'm great with those mix-up word puzzle things. I could, oh yeah, that's what that letter is. That's what that is. And I'm great with that. Claim your superpower. That's your power. It may be a deficit to some people, or maybe to the doctors, it's not. Oh, it's that you're gonna struggle. I can't tell you how many times I heard people say the doctor said this about me, and I'm like I'm looking at them like, yeah, but you're doing this, and they're like, yeah, I'm doing this. They said to my godson one time when he was born, he was real young, and he said, oh, he's got Asperger's, he's not going to be able to do this, to do that. This kid now is 25. He's a manager of a head and injury agency, and he's wrestling, not pro, but the one before pro. He's wrestling. And I'm saying, now, if we didn't listen to the doctors, right? And he limited himself. He didn't let his mother didn't let him hear that. She kept pushing him. Say, no, you can do that. And left him alone. No, you can do that. That's what we gotta reparent ourselves. We really gotta reparent ourselves. Be the parent that you needed to say, hey, no, you're gonna do that. That's what I do all the time. I'll be thinking something, I'll be like, now, little Edna, you know better. You can do that. Go ahead and do it. Really. You sometimes yes, you know what? They say don't listen to other people, but no matter what you do, you still listen to them. You hear them. It matters. But then who has the final say? You do. So if you're going to agree with them, yeah, it matters a whole lot. You can hear what they got to say. It's like an opinion. Yeah, I hear what you got to say. I can't do that. That's fine. But I'll do what I want to do. I have the last say over my own life. So when you're working on your business, step in your own power. Know what your superpowers are. Know what your negatives are. When we go into business, we never check what are our negatives. We know these strengths. We know really good. We know our strengths. But what's my negatives? Well, for me, when I started my business, I cannot do math. After it was like, okay, you do all this division and stuff, I cannot do that. It's not that I can't do it. It's like I'm not. That's a weakness for me. So I was like, okay, so I get somebody to help me with that. But I knew my weaknesses, and I pivoted every time around those things. So, okay, that's a challenge for me. Okay, what could I do to climb this mountain? What could I do? Here's what you could have done. You could do, and this is what I could do. I got someone to help me climb it. Like, okay, you go first, show me what you're doing, and then I'll follow behind you. A lot of what times when we're in this scarcity mindset, we are so afraid to ask for help and take it. So we ask for help and we don't take it. That is a limiting belief. Who would, if you're hungry, not take a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? That's just silly. I've seen people, no matter what, if they offered something, they're like, no, it's okay, it's all right, I got it, and then they don't got it, and then they come back to you later to kind of fix the mess. You're like, I offered this to you, so stand in your power, know yourself more than anybody else. Know yourself. It's really important. That's the key, is to know yourself, know your limitations. Write down things, write things down. I'm not, I may not be good with math, like, so for me, I may not be good with that, but I can get someone to kind of help me with that. Who on my team can help me with that? If I have an issue, I can't figure out what the square footage of a building is. Hey, Joe, you know what the square footage of yeah, yeah, yeah. This is how you figure it out. Oh, okay, got you. You know, so have a team of people that is willing to help you and really sincerely do that, but also be able to talk you out of your own mess. When you start swabbling around, oh God, I'm not gonna be able to do. Shut your mouth. Shut on up. Get up. Let's go. Do what you got to do. You want somebody on your team like that. Create a team. Just because you know people, may not be the ones that have to go with you. That's the other thing about scarcity mindset. You take everybody along with you, and everybody's not supposed to go with you. You want to save everyone, just like in your own product or your service, you want to save everyone. So when I work with my clients, I'll tell them, who do you want to work with? They'll be like, everybody. Everybody needs my product. Everybody needs, my spray. Everybody needs my spray. They need it. I said, do they? I don't need it. I don't need this spray. I might not have a computer to wipe the screen. I don't need this. So who would you market this to? Who is the one person you'd say, hey, they need this? Well, you have to think, okay, is it a child? No, because this is dangerous for them. So it's not a child. So it's not everybody. Is it someone with a computer? Yes. Well, who would have a computer? Oh, people in their 20s. Okay. 20s to what? Mm, I don't know. You have to focus in on who your clients are from what you've experienced. When did you learn how to really use a computer? Use yourself. What is your product? Why did you pick this product to make? Why did you pick the service to make? Because I was struggling at age 40 because my computer was filthy because I was eating at the computer, and I made this. That's why you create products. You create them from your own, or you move from your job because you experience something, and you move from that in order because it happened to you. So lean into your experience, right? Lean into your experience to focus in on your clients. All right, so let's finish the last of these, and then we'll get to, let me see, we'll get to the next part. Okay, here we go. Okay. So how can I change my thinking about money? Again, money is involved in everything that we do, no matter what it is. No matter if you look at everything that we do, money is involved. How can I change it? Number one is become aware of your personal money mindset. What is it that you believe? That's number one. What is it you believe about money? Is it for the filthy rich? Does it bring about bad things? Is it dirty? I can't attain it. What is it that you believe about it? What is it that you need to change? So you write that down. What is it I believe about money, and become aware of that? See, once you expose something, it's no longer under the cover. It's no longer, you know, unknown. Once you discover it, it's known, and you can do something about it. If you don't know it, can't do anything about it. So that's what change is. Become aware of your personal money mindset. Two, figure out how you'd like your money mindset to be. Now, what would I want to think instead of thinking money is the root of all evil? Money is a vehicle. I understand how money is a vehicle. You use the word I understand to replace those negative, like I'm broke. I understand that I don't have money right now, but this is the reason why, and I'm going to make this correct by doing this, this, and this. All right. So you're changing the way, the pattern of your thinking, of your brain waves, really, in all of this. You're changing your brain waves, right? You're changing that you understand now that I always talk about being broke. And I said this for many years now. I'm no longer, I understand why I was saying it. And I understand I don't have that right now, but I'm making steps to do this, and I'm going to do this, this, and this to make this happen. And they could be small, tiny steps. It could be like something I'm going to put 10 cents in my piggy bank. I don't know. It could be something that simple to make steps to have money, or to have more than what you had, or in your own business, I'm making steps to make this correct. So how, let's take the instance of in your business, you need money. How can I locate money? How can I create money? Now, I want to understand how to make money in my business. So I'm not making money right now, but I want to understand. So when in your understanding, you have to say, okay, I need money for, let's say, printing costs. Let's say you want to print something. So now you're going to put down, now how can I make that happen? Who do I know? First of all, who do I know in my network of business people that could help me obtain this, or give me some ideas or insight on how to obtain this? So you're using your network in a productive way to get what you need, and to generate the activity in the universe to make that happen. Are you looking for coupons? Are you looking for things that, what are you doing to make this happen? Or you just like, oh, I don't have the money. You look at your bank account, I don't have, but what are you doing to make it happen? You need to be doing something to make it happen. Okay. 3, do money mindset exercises to get there. So there are some money mindset exercises. Now, one of the things that I did all the time was I wrote on sticky pads all the time. They were all over my house because I wanted to change the way I was thinking, what I was saying to myself on a number of things, and I put down affirmations on sticky notes everywhere I went, so that in my house, not on people, but in my house. So I wanted to make sure that I was thinking and saying the right things. So here are some money exercises, okay? So one is to use those little stickies and write affirmations on them. All right. Now, when it says compare yourself to others, right? What does that mean? What they're doing, if okay, so I compare myself to Ayanna Van Zandt, right? This is what I do in her business, not in her life, in her business. What is she doing that I need to be doing? What is generating her business that I need to be making? That's what I compare. Like, I look up to someone that's doing what I want to do. So that's what I mean by comparing. I don't mean looking on the side and say, hey, they're doing this. What are they doing in their business that I might need to do in mine to make things work? What is it that it's so dynamic that's making things work for them, right? Instead of complaining, find solutions. Like I said, with the printing, are you looking for a coupon? Are you looking for stores that that have the printing? Like if it's Staples, if it's I don't know the other places. UPS has printing now. If they have that, is there a coupon? Is there a sale? And then who do I know? Maybe it could be a library. Hey, I need your help. I need copies of this, maybe that could be one. If you're you own a library card, you can go to the library and get, I think it's 50, what is it, 10 copies or something like that for free, black and white, you know, or they're 5 cents instead of 10 cents. But what are you doing, or what are you thinking of? What solutions are you creating to change that? Those are all mindset exercises that you can start creating solutions. Um, Track all your good things that you're doing, right? Because a lot of times life gets in our way and we forget the good things that we've did. We forget the things that are coming in. We forget them and we don't celebrate them. We don't say, hey, I did this before. Maybe let me let me see what I can do over here. Track all of that. Keep that a record of that, whether it be in your calendar, use your calendar. Hey, this is coming in on this date, you know, and maybe I should be checking to see if it's what time and date is coming in, instead of just like la la la, But make sure that you're tracking all the things that are good coming in, right? Make your life sparkle. And this is great because I get up in the morning, and if I don't have anything to do, I'm getting showered, dressed, like I'm going out to work. Okay. I am getting popping fresh. I am going to get myself together, even though I might stay in the house because it's raining, but it makes me feel better, right? And it makes me, want to press on or get involved in something that can make my business better. What can I do to complete my business? And I already have a list of things to do. And when dressing up, getting yourself prepared to do that, eating your breakfast on time, meditating, giving yourself a time break, not just watching TV, but giving yourself a break and enjoying a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, really not sucking it down, really quick, but just enjoying things makes your life sparkle. It makes your life sparkle. It makes you feel better. Eating good, clean, makes you sparkle. Exercising makes you sparkle. Taking care of your financials, one of the 5 pillars of your life, it makes you sparkle. It makes you, puts you in a better place. Say, hey, I may not be able to do this, but this is what I'm going to do. Take my credit report, I'm going to shine that thing up. I'm going to take off that's what's no good. You know, um, Argue with them until they fix it, whatever I got to do to make me feel good. And it gives you confidence. When the 5 pillars of your life are all over the place and they're just terrible or out of whack, it doesn't make you feel good because it's part of your life. Your spiritual life, your social life, your financial life, your physical, and your mental. It's all, it doesn't make you sparkle. So make sure that you're sparkling. Ban the words, like I told you. There's words that you got to ban. I can't. I don't. Can't afford. I'm broke. Ban them. Get rid of them. As soon as you say them, bite your tongue. Pull your tongue out of your mouth and bite it. And say, I will never do that again. Any way you can do, yeah, anything you can do to stop saying those negative words and feeding that subconscious thought that's really, making you, stopping you from having that abundance mindset. Go shopping with it. A little goes a long way. I love thrifting. I'm gonna tell you that. I love thrifting. I love going to the sections in Marshalls, looking in the I forgot what it's called, but it's in the section with all the red tags. I love it. I just love it. And I sometimes I find some great pieces. And I don't like to get matches. I love to get, original pieces. And then I'm like, if I get something for $8 and the original piece that will last and it's got a great quality, I'm excited. So do things like that, find great pieces. There's a course that I have that's it's a money mindset course. Take that. How you manage your money, how you figure out your budget, and then figure out what you need to make in your business. Take that. Take something like that. Take a course on managing your money because it all gives you real confidence. Get life insurance. Get insurance. Get those things help you to build your confidence even more. And remember that money is a tool. It's a tool that puts you in a better place. It helps you get things done in your business. It helps, right? Change, even changing like your backdrop, something stinking simple, like changing the way the way you do things, the way you look, just your backdrop of your Zoom, change it and make it have fire. I don't know. There's something that just excites you. Do things that excite you, that make you and charge you and make you feel like yourself, not like somebody else. My daughter does this all the time. She'll call me, hey, cash in these rewards, go over here. The mobile gas stations give you 5 cents back. And she's always on me like that. All those kind of things. Make sure that you're taking advantage of what's out there. There's things that are out there for us, like grants that we don't take advantage of us. Oh, and we'll say, oh, it's too hard. I don't want to get it because it's too hard. I don't know where to find it because you're not asking. I need this, but you're not asking. You know, those are cash rewards. Those are the rewards that are out there, but we don't ask, we don't search, and we need to. They're out there for us, but we don't see them because we're into the scarcity mindset. That's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to get it. You don't know that. You don't know until you try it and do it. And when you do it, let them tell you no. It might be something else you can do. You might find out, well, you can't do this, but you can do this. It opens up opportunities when you look for the things that bring you rewards. Those are cash rewards too. Start from where you are right now. Okay, stand in that space. Start where you are and with what you have, and then work around that. If you have very little, okay, how can I make this work? In your business, if you need an intern, if you need someone to help you do something, consider getting an intern, maybe 2 or 3, to help you get your website, but stay on it because, when you ask for something, you have to put in the work to get it because you're getting someone to help you, and they're not getting, it's not free. They're earning their credit. So they know what to do. Why not use them or have them work in your business? Start from where you are, what you need. You know, for years, I applied for grants because I'm a writer. And one year I got a grant for 10 grand. Hey, simple. It was in my bank account. I was like, wait, where did this money come from? And I was like, they emailed me, oh yeah, we sent this to you. You got the grant. Apply for grants, for certain things. They're all around. Apply for them. There's some even through FedEx that will give you a 5,000 grant for your website, and they help set it up. Help you. You got to be there, but they'll help you set it up, and you got a whole website from FedEx. And they help. They have the people there to help you. Those things are out there for you. Start from where you are. What do you need right now to make your business grow? And as you're doing all of that, think about start getting rid of all those negative words that you have. Get rid of them. Declutter the negative. Anything that's negative. If your desk looks crappy, clean it up. If it's dirty, clean it up. If things are all over the place, organize. It's time to declutter, fix things up so that you're working efficiently and effectively. Declutter things. Declutter even your mind. Anything negative, declutter from it. And I think that's one more. I got one more. And here's the last one. Money mindset examples. Decide that you are going to do this. Decide that you're going to do it. Decide that you're going to change your mind, change the story, and you're going to get rid of all the negativity. You're going to start today where you are. You're going to start today. You can't do anything about yesterday. You can only do about right now. You're going to start to change that. Let the sticky residue rise to the surface. Anything that is negative or the reasons why you are not where you are, let it rise. Why? And ask yourself, Why am I stuck like this? What am I thinking that's keeping me stuck? And let that rise to the top and say, oh, this is it. This is what made me. This is what's holding me back now. And then start to understand. Now I understand that this is holding me back. But these are the steps I'm going to take not to be held back by that situation. Ask the questions you need to. Ask them and ask people questions. Don't be afraid to ask. How do rich people get where they need to go? How do wealthy people get where they need to go? Guess what they do? Ask. They ask questions. They ask for what they want. But they're prepared as well. So they got a proposal going on. They know what they're asking for and they know why they're asking for it. And guess what? They usually get it. All right? Stay in motion. Now, motion doesn't mean busy. So get that out of your heads right now, guys. Doesn't mean busy. It means stay in motion. Not emotional, but motion. Motion means you're always thinking about your next step, your next level. If it's 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, that's where you need to be writing. What do I want in a month? What do I want in 3 months? What do I want in 6 months? What do I want in a year? Map that out. Make it look like something because that's your why you're doing it. Make it work. Don't just do it because you see other coaches doing it, because I was doing that. People would say to me, you can make $15,000 a year. I'm weak. So I started calculating what $15,000 a week looked like in real life. I wasn't sitting down. I'm like, what? I want to rest at least. I don't want to have clients every day, all day. That's what it looks like. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you once you break it down. When you break it down, you'd be like, oh no. So get a number that's comfortable for you. Stay in motion, but make sure it's your motion and not nobody else's. Okay? So that's today's thing. That's today's thing. That's day one. So I hope that I kind of said some stuff that helped you, because this is going to get you in motion for the rest of the week, because we need to be working now on what strategies we can have for our businesses to build the business out and how it can work. So this is the start to start changing your mind. Now, if you have any questions, the floor is yours. Cass, do you have any questions? Keto, do you have any? I can't hear you.
No, I don't have any.
Okay. Cass, do you have any? No? Okay. All right. So this is, oh, she wrote some. Let's see what the message is. All right. No questions. I like questions now. I really love questions. Okay. So tomorrow I will be emailing everybody worksheets, and this is when we're going to start working on our business. We're going to start working on our business, like what our goals are for our business. Now that we're going to we got our mindset in check, right? We got all that in check. Now we're going to start working on our business. The next 4 days are going to be about your business. And I want interaction from you guys, because you're going to get ideas from each other. So make sure that you're here tomorrow. And if you have any questions along the way, you do have my email. And thank you guys for being here. And I appreciate you so much. All right. Have a great evening, everyone.